Want to get the gist of Matthew? Here's a hint. You can figure out a lot about this gospel just by looking at where it falls in the New Testament. I'll tell you why coming up. Matthew wasn't the first gospel to be written. That designation goes to Mark. But there's a reason Matthew comes first in the New Testament. This book is a bridge between the Old Testament and the New. Matthew didn't want to just tell the story of Jesus. He wanted to tell the story of the promised Messiah, the story of the fulfillment of Old Testament prophecy. Prophecy is referenced over and over again in Matthew, and in all, there are over 60 references to the Old Testament in this book. The religious Jews of the first century wanted to know who this Jesus was that everyone was talking about. Think of Matthew as an answer to their questions, based upon both observation of Jesus and interpretation of Hebrew Scripture. And that brings us to the second reason that Matthew is such a good opening for the New Testament. More so than any other gospel, Matthew is about teaching. Yes, the writer of Matthew is focused on teaching his audience about Jesus, the man whose life fulfilled prophecy. But he's also focused on highlighting Jesus' teachings. Matthew is the only book that features the Sermon on the Mount in its entirety. Plus, unlike the other Gospels, it's not chronological in arrangement, it's topical. That makes Matthew's structure perfect for learning and remembering Jesus' teachings. And we'll talk more about that in the next video.